From Silva Lanes in Albuquerque, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT tournament. Two bowlers who have never won before. One of them is going to win their first JBT title here today. Will it be 14-year-old Doug Griffith, who's the old man of the bunch, going up against a 7-year-old? That's Gerilynn Delagarito on your right. And she has won 3 matches in the handicap finals already, looking to climb the ladder for that first win as pins keep falling everywhere. Doug has got to give 44 pins a handicap. He's got to win by 44 to tie and 45 to win. Gerilynn's bowled very well in all 3 stepladder matches. Their opponents have come close, but not close enough. I'm pretty sure we've never had a 1-5-10 converted on our webcast before, and wow, we get the 110 with the ball. The advantages of throwing a really light ball there, but still an open frame. That was an open in the second after she spared in the first. Meanwhile, Doug opened in the first and comes back with a really nice spare there in the second, converting to 310. Doug entered at a 130 average and went plus 54 for his first 5 games, and had a nice semifinal set to get the lead after 8 at plus 143. He was trading the lead back and forth with Jeremiah Martin all day long. Those are the only 2 bowlers on the leaderboard, and they were literally going back and forth all day before Doug took over in games 7 and 8. Doug says he's as surprised as anybody with his bowling today. This is his first tournament of any type, though obviously does his league bowling here in the Albuquerque area. Gerilynn, meanwhile, up in the Farmington area, has been traveling a lot this year and would love to see her break through with the win. She'd be one of our younger winners, but not our youngest winner. Everybody who follows our tour knows who that is. Oh, and the 8-pin trickles over. 6-year-old Stacy Lamb, our youngest winner ever. Won the TPC, let alone just a regular JBT title at 6 years old. Any age, any average, it doesn't matter. It's the joy of a handicap tournament. Some days our bigger kids and higher average kids win handicap. Other days, the younger ones and the lower average. And Delagarito with a really great chance to do it here, but let's see if Doug has something to say about it. It works both ways, as I was telling with their parents before. Like Jeremiah is a really big guy, so it looked really odd with those 2 bowling a match together, but sometimes the little kid gets intimidated by having to play the big old kid, as she is going to nail that 5-pin. Nice job. Other times the big kid looks at the handicap he's got to give, and he's the one that ends up being intimidated. See how it plays out. Another nice job at a pretty tricky spare there from Griffith. He's been solid on his spare so far here in the title match. Excuse me, I knew I was going to sneeze at some point. Gerilynn, like so many of the little ones, can't wait to bowl. As soon as she's up to bowl before the pins are even ready. All the right basics there when you throw that light ball and that low average of hers coming in at 81. You just want to try and touch that head pin and hope to make good things happen. Oh, and it doesn't break up the split this time for Griffith. And it's going to be a big spare for Gerilynn if she can convert. Gerilynn? Gerilynn? Stop for a second, okay? You got to clear that deadwood. Jeremiah or anybody, can you run up to the desk and have them clear that deadwood on the deck on the 13? You got it? Sorry. I was going to scream sugar, and that might have actually got her attention. I just learned this today, folks. If you now refer to the young lady as sugar, this is her soda cup, ironically full of sugar. You'll also catch her attention. I thought I knew her pretty well, and she walked in and said, "Hey, I'm Sugar, checking in." I was like, "What? All right, well, there you go." She has been bowling pretty sweetly all day long. Oh, and there go the pins. Wow, look at that. That was a neat trick. The whole sweep came down, and there went the deadwood. That was pretty cool. Now the deadwood's out of the way. I'm trying to ice the kicker, and oh man, I thought she was going to get it anyway. Virtually unmakeable over here for Doug. You want to get the 2 if you can, though. Instead, he gets the 1. So through 5 frames of the title match, Griffith has a 7-pin lead on the board, but remember, he's giving a whopping 44. So he's got to make up much more here in the second half. I asked Gerilynn if she's getting tired, and she just shook her head back and forth. No, these little ones, we've had a 30-game format. I don't think they'd have any problem with it. This is her 12th game of competition. Oh, another nice shot from Doug, but no love on the 7-pin. She bowled 5 in the first round, 3 in the second round, 3 previous stepladder matches, so game 12, and not showing any signs of fatigue yet, but I bet you she's going to sleep really well tonight, win or lose. That ball's going to hang off to the right and hook back. A little look at that. Wow. A little bit of back end action there for Gerilynn. Making that plastic ball talk, and a nice spare from Doug as well. Gerilynn came in at 81 today. Started off hot with 110 and 118, then had 3 sub-100 games to give some pins back. It was between her and Ethan Brandt for the 5th and final spot, and she squeezed it out, and here she is bowling for all the marbles. That one is going to tail off to the left. See if Doug can catch up a little bit here. Oh, nice shot with the 5-pin. I'm the only thirsty one in the crowd. Everybody else is too nervous. I want a drink. Oh, there, Jeremiah wants a drink. If you're seeing some weird light coming through here, it's not flashes or anything. It's near sunset here in Albuquerque, and the sun is coming right through the door. We're right near the front entrance here at 13 and 14. So you might see them occasionally get really, really bright. Uh-oh, got a hook. All right, no trouble with the 5. They're filming off to the right, so I keep thinking the balls are missing to the right on 14, but they're just fine. So every time he makes up a spare, that's an extra 10 pins at least in Griffith's favor, so he can make up that deficit really, really quickly here. But the margin for error is slim at the best, as we only have 3 frames left already. Smaller than usual turnout today because the New Mexico State High School finals are going on right now. We should have literally at least double the bowlers tomorrow, maybe significantly more than that, as we have a really good high school crowd here. Another nice shot, and there you go. Griffith mixes them up and gets the light hit to carry this time, and so he's coming on strong here. Doug, for his part, like I said, came in at a 130 average, bowled all 8 games over that average, a bunch in the 130s, but the highlights were a 190 in game 2, and it got him near the lead for the first time, and a 187 in game 7 that sort of consolidated that lead. Meanwhile, Gerilynn's got a tricky little 5 count to go after here. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. That 9 makes it extra tricky. Her crowd should go nuts. She can make this. And it's got a chance. Look at this. Yeah! Are you kidding me? Wow. What a terrific spare there from Sugar. She has been pouring her sugar all over the rest of the handicap division. I had to crowbar in that 80s reference somewhere. You knew it was coming, folks. Uh-oh. Comes open play parade. Griffith attacking that headpin. Lucky to break up the split there. Now what can she do on the spare here? It's important to get the big counts, and she's going to get a real nice count. Well, good news, bad news there. She got a really good count off the spare, so that's a nice boost, but she's stuck with the usually unmakeable 7-9. I'll never say completely unmakeable. Look out! Oh, but a costly miss from Joe. You can't miss those somewhat easy spares. That gives him 133 through 9. And we're going to have a close one here. Can you write in the finalist scores, please? Sorry, Riley. All right, big 10th framer. 106 for Gerilynn, 133 for Doug. And oh my goodness, pins falling everywhere. Has to spare and to have a chance. Can you write? Oh, and a great shot from Delagarito there. If she misses it, that gets her at 115. The best Doug can do is spare for 153. The dry erase. That's the title name. He does spare it. And Gerilynn will not get hers, so she finishes at 115 for 222. 153 max for Doug is for 218, and Gerilynn's going to win the title. And the short count from Griffith seals at 222 for Delagarito, and 148 plus 63 for 211. Delagarito climbs the ladder to win the title. Are you kidding me? The family explodes, and I don't blame her. What a consistent, nice job out of Doug with the handshake there. What a consistent stepladder for Gerilynn here. Look at these scores. 238, 228 with handicap, it's hard to focus this. 228 again in match 2, then a 218 in match 3, and a 222 in match 4. 4 excellent and consistent games. Kiddo, you're a winner. Winner, kiddo. You poured sugar on everyone.
Yeah.
You're going to hear that band in a few years.
Yeah.
They're still around. All right, great job out of Gerilynn. Nice job out of Doug as well. We'll be back with Scratch Division action a little later.